welcome to the launch of the all-new Mazda CX-60. This is our first plug-in hybrid, our most powerful and largest car that we've ever introduced. Our designers have created a high-quality interior inside an evolution of the now familiar Kodo exterior design, placing the CX-60 very firmly as a challenger to the established European brands of Audi, BMW and Mercedes. As with all Mazdas, the focus for our engineers has been to make this a great driving car, and I'm sure when you get behind the wheel tomorrow you will see for yourselves how successful we've been at making this a really engaging drive. We've associated the phrase crafted in Japan with the Mazda CX-60, but why? We don't just make our cars, there's a passion, dedication and craftsmanship that goes into every vehicle. This ethos of handmade, premium quality is firmly established in Japanese culture. This can be seen at the very first stage of visualization when our artists create physical models to inspire the designers. The Takumi modelers cut and mould the shape of the cars from clay using traditional tools before the metal workers file and shape the metal by hand to give the desired reflective surface. This craftsmanship is further represented in the interior of the CX-60. The traditionally made door fabric reacts sensitively to changes in light, and the Japanese needlework, known as masubu, creates hanging stitches. The maple wood trim is crafted in the Hachu style, which means asymmetrical balance, handmade initially and then replicated for mass production. In Japanese culture, the craft should be intended for and be able to withstand the rigours of daily use. It must be created using traditional techniques and methods, and the main material should remain true to their historical context. Attention to detail is essential in Japanese craftsmanship, but it's not just the physical that's important, but also consideration of the surrounding space and light. Often the most important part of Japanese design is what is not there, and the way that an artist creates meaningful space, or how light is reflected and flows through an object to add tone and substance. This is integral to the Mazda design philosophy of beauty by subtraction, and how the creation of our cars use all the elements typical of Japanese craftsmanship, from functional engine and technology to the way the car looks and how it plays with the light to reflect its surroundings in a way no other car can. We use clay to create the shape similar to the artists that made Japanese ceramic and pottery ware famous. We use metal workers using traditional methods to shape the body, and we create fabrics that follow age-old techniques and reflect the art of Japanese stitching, keeping true to traditional craft and culture. This is why we refer to our cars as crafted in Japan. The all-new Mazda CX-60 further expands our SUV lineup. Back in 2012, just 2% of our sales were SUVs, but with the introduction of the CX-60, SUVs will now make up 70% of our total sales in 2022. This is the first new model from our large product group to be introduced in Europe, and will be followed by the 7-seat CX-80 within the next 2 years. The Mazda CX-60 PHEV represents everything that we've built into our DNA over the last 100 years, from outstanding exterior and interior design to the finest Japanese craftsmanship, the latest innovations in human-centric technologies and world-leading powertrains. A Mazda CX-60 PHEV launches ahead of the 6-cylinder petrol and diesel mild hybrid powertrains. It combines a Skyactiv-G 2.5 4-cylinder direct injection petrol engine with a large 129 kilowatt electric motor and a 17.8 kilowatt-hour high-capacity battery. This combination of engine and motor delivers a total system output of 327 PS and abundant torque of 500 Nm, making it the most powerful road car Mazda has ever produced. The Mazda CX-60 PHEV delivers highly impressive performance, accelerating from 0 to 62 in just 5.8 seconds and onto a limited maximum speed of 125 miles an hour. The new Mazda PHEV also displays outstanding environmental credentials. WLTP combined fuel consumption is an impressive 188 miles per gallon and CO2 emissions just 33 grams per kilometre. The positioning of the high voltage battery between the front and rear axles and as low as possible within the body shell gives the new Mazda CX-60 a particularly low centre of gravity. When combined with a permanent all-wheel drive system, this gives the car superior handling characteristics on a par with the best in the premium market. The all-new Mazda CX-60 is based on Mazda's Skyactiv multi-solution scalable architecture, which features numerous enhancements that offer excellent driving dynamics, while a comprehensive range of advanced driver assistance systems ensures active safety at the highest level and targets a Euro NCAP 5-star safety rating. We've always offered a high standard specification on our cars, and with the CX-60 we see another step change in the quality feel and the level of equipment that really elevate CX-60. The entry exclusive line specification level offers 18-inch alloy wheels, a black interior, 12.3-inch centre screen, heated steering wheel and front seats, head-up display and the ability to preheat or pre-cool the car through the My Mazda app. Moving on to the Homura, this car gets gloss black external trim, 20-inch black metallic alloy wheels, front ventilated driver and passenger seats with both cooling and heating functions, heated rear seats, a 12-speaker Bose sound system, and the Mazda driver personalisation system, and I'll talk about this neat feature shortly. Then top of the range is the Takumi, which comes with white Napa leather, maple wood interior accents, unique interior stitching, 20-inch black machined alloy wheels, and chrome exterior detailing. And a full-length panoramic sunroof is optional on both the Homura and Takumi models. The CX-60's beautiful and dynamic styling, which features the very latest iteration of Kodo design. You see that both inside and outside the car, and a lot of it is down to this amazing rear-wheel drive look to the SUV architecture. The electric charging of this PHEV uses a Type 2 charger. It takes 2 hours 20 minutes on an 11 kilowatt charger. So one of the really neat features that I like about this car is the Mazda driver personalisation system, all new to our range. Now what it does, based on the physique of the person sat in the driver's seat, and it can take up to 6 different people on the memory, is set everything up for your personal preferences, and that's seating, lighting, heating, the mirrors, the head-up display. A really super feature. The interior design is absolutely fabulous, from the maple wood and the Napa leather through to this uniquely worked Japanese fabric that we see on the dashboard and in the side of the doors here. This car features kinematic posture control, which makes cornering absolutely superb. It basically brakes the inside rear wheel, and that reduces the amount of roll as you go into the corner. It makes the car feel incredibly planted, feels much smaller, much lighter than it really is. Brilliant to drive, really makes a difference. The My Drive feature allows you to select one of several modes of driving to optimise this balance between the internal combustion engine and the electric motor of the PHEV. So in normal it does that and makes the most of the fuel efficiency. In sport it would hold on to the gear a little longer to allow much quicker overtaking manoeuvres, for example. We then have the EV only mode, so you'd be driving it in pure electric for as long as the battery is charged. And then finally the sort of towing and off-road mode. So a whole selection of different options for the driver. The CX-60 offers 39 miles of pure electric drive when driving under 62 miles an hour, and that really is just perfect for most people's commutes. Once on the move, the two power sources work seamlessly together to give the most efficient performance for any type of driving. I'm hugely impressed by the Mazda CX-60, and it marks a huge step change really in the product and technologies that Mazda brings to market. In my 20 years in the company in the UK, this is by far the most important car that I've ever been involved in launching, and will bring all new customers to the brand, and I think elevate the brand overall. You'll be driving this car yourself on the stunning roads of North Wales, some of my favourite driving country, and up into Snowdonia. And I'll be really interested to hear your opinions and your views on the car when you get back. When you leave this presentation, we have an exhibition on Crafted in Japan, which I'd encourage you to spend a little time exploring. The featured artists are all Japanese or inspired by Japanese crafts, working in the UK and Europe using traditional Japanese techniques.
The exhibition was curated by Time Out and I hope you like it. As you walk through the door, help yourself to a drink while you browse, scan the QR code to get the audio and I hope you enjoy the experience. Have a great time and I'll see you at dinner.